All right. Good morning, guys. It's Melissa here. I have kind of a close up because if I zone out, you can see all the stuff in the background here. A little bit messy. But, anyways, I want to talk today about business ideas. So, I just got off the phone with somebody and I have asked for business mentorship. So, I was already here on my phone doing some investing in myself with finances and, I took a class last night and in my school, and, I really enjoyed a lot of stuff there. But one thing that was said was, this person said she doesn't do work life balance. What she does instead is she sets her schedule according to her goals. So if she wants to be a business owner, it is what is my schedule going to look like for that? If I'm going to be working on my parenting, what is my schedule going to look like for that? So I kind of like that idea to kind of be like, okay, yes, I have my priorities, but when it's time to take action and make a decision, what is going to define that decision for me? So I did ask for mentorship. I have talked about honing down my business more. um, there's a million ideas here that I have to help women, and it's investing in the next generation. So we have talked about a nonprofit or a business model. In the nonprofit, again, this is the second person who has said to me, I, you're better off to produce revenue with a business and have a social impact probably than to do the nonprofit. So I feel like it's important if you're going to do all this work, which I'm planning on doing, everything probably from having a clothing store to helping women if they have a job interview to get the clothing, to car repairs, to all the gaps I see with helping women. I feel like it's important to have that control and not just, have to be under a board or a nonprofit. So I think what I'm doing with my cleaning business is I'm going to be looking to get that going more, looking at giving about probably to start off 5% of the proceeds for free services to help women with a resource hub. And then I will be doing probably looking at a space, a comfortable space I'll want for women to come in. Probably not going to rent it at first, probably looking to partner with someone who already has a space that I can use for very, very little amount. So this is kind of the path I'm going down. And I wanted to do a video because when I hold myself accountable in a video, I feel like I am able to do it even better. So even with the class last night, I'm thinking of something else that was talked about that I thought was pretty helpful. Oh, to have the mentality that the customer is not always right. So when I have always worked many jobs, customer is always right. And I thought this makes sense to come to a place of saying, well, this is where my responsibility is if I made a mistake, and how can we solve things for you? So I think most people just want to be heard. They just want to know that they have been heard, and they don't always want the free stuff. Many times in a restaurant, people will be like, "Oh, just let us give you the free meal or whatever." And many times, yes, nowadays in the restaurant business, a lot of people want things for free, but many times they just want to be heard and say, "Make it right." So, just these couple little tweaks I think are really good for me. And as another thing we're doing, and this was well, we had homework where we are actually, instead of doing the negative self talk, which I'm already aware of this, what positive things do we say to each other, to ourselves each day? What kind of talk do we have? And then when we did a homework assignment last night in class, one of the assignments was we had about four of us in a group to get together and say, this is the problem and how do we solve it? And I had said, wait a minute, a lot of solutions were thrown out. And I'm like, wait a minute, we don't even know what the problem is. So there's not enough information, and I would have just thrown the whole thing out because there wasn't enough information. So before we even try to solve a problem, we should be asking people, what is the problem? Why is this like this? And many times in sales, You have people who say, let me sell you this and let me sell you this when you didn't even ask what I wanted. So I think that is really important in sales and in business to ask the customer what they want. So, to get to know them, to get to be able to say, okay, I see what your problem is and how can I solve it? So, that is the big part of this business that I'm looking at is helping women to desire to want to be mothers. Why don't you want to be a mother? How can I solve this for you? How can I help you? You don't have to go through this alone. Trump just pardoned 23 pro-life people on the sidewalks, trying to help girls say you don't have to go through this. So, for me, it's you don't have to go through motherhood alone. You don't have to go through, abortion alone. You don't have to heal by yourself. So there's like a lot I want to do here. So I'm just trying to hone it in right now and figure out where are the biggest pain points and where can I help women the most. So if you've got suggestions, let me know. And this is for women all the way up, just helping them in life. I mean, even with divorce, to help them go through that, to give them the support. And so, partnering with others too, to say, hey, this place can help you more. This place can, they have more resources than I do. So, just really being that really frugal resource hub to also be able to, you know, tell people where to go. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with my business plan. Okay, thanks for joining me, ladies. And again, any ideas or thoughts, just put below, and I would love to hear what people think. Okay, thanks for joining me.